Have you ever felt like your body is like a machine slowly starting to break down? Maybe it's those nagging headaches that just won't quit, that constant feeling of exhaustion even after a whole night's sleep. Those uncomfortable digestive issues, or perhaps even that vague, lingering fear about chronic diseases like heart problems, diabetes, or high blood pressure, things that seem to be affecting people younger and younger these days and could potentially knock on your door at any moment? We live in such a modern, convenient era, yet somehow our health often feels more fragile than ever. We reach for pills and we head to the doctor's office for a quick fix. But is that truly the sustainable path to achieving genuine, deep-rooted health? What if I told you that deep within us flows a river, a miraculous system capable of nourishing, cleansing, and healing itself? And what if that river becomes polluted, blocked, or sluggish? Then illness might be an inevitable consequence. Suppose you're searching for a different path, a natural, holistic approach to restoring your health, to truly cleansing that river of life within you. In that case, today's video is absolutely for you. Today, we're diving deep into the invaluable messages from a book with a very evocative title, essentially translating to Cleansing the Arteries and Blood, and exploring the Nishi Method. This system of natural healthcare helped its creator overcome a seemingly incurable illness and live a long, healthy, meaningful life. Hi everyone, welcome to BookSmart Insights, a channel for sharing knowledge for personal development through good books. Before we jump into the specific methods, let's take a moment to get acquainted with the man who laid the foundation for this system, Mr. Katsuzo Nishi. His story isn't just inspiring. It's a living testament to the body's incredible self-healing power. Born frail and plagued by illness from a young age, Mr. Nishi endured a lonely childhood, often shunned by peers due to tuberculosis, a devastating and usually fatal disease in Japan at that time. Adding to the heartbreak, in the prime of his youth, he received a diagnosis that hit him like a thunderbolt. His doctors told him, "You probably won't live past the age of 20. Can you imagine that? Facing what feels like a death sentence, seeing the door to your future seemingly slam shut, hope flickering out. How would you feel? Despair? Resignation? Anger? Perhaps Guevara hit on a particular truth when he said, "In solitude, one is forced to confront one's own true nature." Facing this grim prognosis, utterly alone, Nishi refused to give up. That profound misfortune ignited an extraordinary drive within him. As a young man, he began a profound journey of self-reflection, questioning life, death, the true meaning of existence, and the very nature of health. He stopped waiting for miracles from the outside and started fumbling his own way through the darkness. He delved into medical theories from east to west, ancient to modern. He studied natural healing methods, physical exercises, and various dietary approaches. Most importantly, he listened intently to his body, turning himself into his laboratory for experimentation and verification. And then, the miracle happened. He didn't just defy the doctor's prediction and survive past 20. He lived a full, vibrant, healthy, and clear-minded life until he was 75. He had effectively dissolved his own incurable disease and distilled his precious experiences into a comprehensive health system he named the Nishi Method, Nishi Shiki Kenkōhō. This method not only saved his life, but has also helped countless thousands around the world reclaim their health and joy in living. The book, Cleansing the Arteries and Blood, represents a core part of the Nishi system, presented gently and accessibly, free from complex medical jargon or dry statistics. It reads like a heartfelt conversation, a sincere sharing from someone who navigated the storm of illness and found the light of natural healing. It's for all of us, anyone interested in proactively managing their health, anyone feeling helpless in the face of illness, especially those confronting the risks of stroke, cardiovascular events, or chronic conditions like headaches, stomach problems, colon issues, and so on. So according to Nishi, what really is illness? We often tend to view sickness as an enemy, a punishment, some bad luck that falls upon us. However, Nishi, through his lived experience, offers a radically different perspective. He proposed that illness results from violating the natural laws within our bodies. It's not the enemy, but rather a wake-up call, an SOS signal your body is desperately trying to send, indicating that your internal balance, the equilibrium of body, thoughts, spirit, and lifestyle, has been lost. As the sage Jiddu Krishnamurti once said, the highest form of human intelligence is to observe yourself without judgment. Try, just for a moment, to observe illness not with fear or resentment, but with listening and understanding. What is it trying to tell you? Have you been eating improperly for too long? Have you been sitting sedentary for too much of your life? Is your mind constantly filled with stress, anxiety, or sadness? Modern life, with its relentless pace, work pressures, environmental pollution, and processed foods, increasingly pulls us away from nature. And when illness strikes, the first reflex for many is to turn to modern Western medicine, often referred to as allopathy. We absolutely cannot deny the incredible achievements of Western medicine. Advanced technology, sophisticated techniques, and potent medications have saved countless lives in emergencies, surgeries, and severe infections. This is immensely valuable. However, from the viewpoint of Nishi and many other natural health schools of thought, Western medicine also has limitations and potential drawbacks. Nishi pointed out that it often approaches the human body mechanistically, like examining a machine. It divides the body into separate parts and organs. If there's a liver problem, treat the liver. Kidney problem, treat the kidney. Heart issue, treat the heart. This approach can effectively manage acute symptoms, but often overlooks a crucial truth. A human being is a unified whole entity, possessing a soul, emotions, and a deep, intrinsic connection with nature. Because of this, Western medicine tends to focus more on the disease rather than the person who has the disease, and emphasizes curing illness over promoting holistic health. This leads to situations many of us might have experienced. Fixing one part might damage another, or taking one medication leads to unwanted side effects. A prevalent example is the overuse of antibiotics for the common cold or flu, often caused by viruses, while antibiotics only kill bacteria. When antibiotics enter the body, they deal the potential pathogens and wipe out the essential beneficial bacteria in our gut microbiome. The consequences? Digestive upset, diarrhea, loss of appetite, intestinal inflammation, and weakened immune system. Or consider how drugs used to treat gout by flushing out uric acid can impact liver and kidney function over the long term. Nishi called this treating the branches, not the root. Western medicine focuses on alleviating symptoms, reducing pain, lowering fever, but often fails to address the fundamental causes of illness, which lie in the body's overall imbalance and an unnatural lifestyle. When you have a fever, your body raises its temperature to fight off invaders. When you have diarrhea, that's your body trying to expel toxins. When you cough, it's a reflex to clear your airways. These are the body's innate efforts to self-repair and protect itself. Rushing to suppress these symptoms with medication can sometimes inadvertently hinder this sacred natural healing process. Even Western medicine's father, Hippocrates, famously said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." And it is nature that heals the sick. The core message Nishi wanted to emphasize, and which offers immense hope to all of us, is this. Absolutely, within every single human being, there exists a powerful innate capacity to heal from illness, sufficient to overcome any disease, even those conditions doctors have given up on. Sounds almost too good to be true, but think about it. When you get a cut, the wound heals itself. When you break a bone, it can mend itself. With the proper setting, our body is a miraculous biological machine with trillions of cells constantly working, regenerating and repairing. Dr. Andrew Weil, an author and physician who experienced self-healing, wrote in his book Spontaneous Healing. Spontaneous healing is not a miracle, but a natural process that occurs when you cooperate with your body. Cooperating with your body, that's the key. Instead of fighting against it, listen to it. Instead of solely relying on medication, create the optimal conditions for it to unleash its self-restorative potential. With nothing left to lose, Nishi allowed himself to cooperate with his body. He looked inward, researched, learned natural methods, experimented, and distilled the best wisdom from ancient traditions to modern insights. And he discovered a crucial principle. When a health issue appears, even in a small part of your body, it doesn't just mean a single part is malfunctioning. It's a sign that your entire overall system is out of balance. So, what connects the entire body, transmitting signals of illness or wellness to every nook and cranny? Nishi likened it to a river within the body. This is our circulatory system, our blood vessels. Imagine your network of blood vessels as an intricate system of rivers, canals, and streams flowing throughout your entire being. From the major arteries and veins like the main rivers, down to the countless minuscule vessels like tiny brooks and creeks. These are the capillaries. The total length of blood vessels in an adult human body is estimated to be nearly 60,000 miles, or 100,000 kilometers, enough to circle the Earth more than twice. This river of blood carries oxygen and nutrients, vitamins, minerals, fats, sugars, to nourish every single cell, tissue, and organ. Simultaneously, it collects waste products and carbon dioxide from metabolic processes to transport them to the organs of elimination, like the kidneys, lungs, and skin, for removal. If the water in a river flows through a polluted area, it carries that pollution downstream. Similarly, illness will arise if the blood in our body isn't clean or if its flow becomes blocked or stagnant. When blood passes through a diseased organ, it becomes contaminated to some extent and can spread the problem elsewhere. The heart acts as the main pump, contracting to push blood out. However, Nishi asserted that the power of the heart alone is insufficient to push blood through the entire dense microscopic network, especially reaching the capillaries in the areas furthest from the heart, like our fingertips and toes. So what helps blood circulate through the capillaries? Nishi introduced a unique concept. The capillaries function like many tiny microhearts. They can contract gently, assisting the blood flow along its journey and back towards the veins. However, these capillaries are incredibly delicate, fragile, easily damaged, prone to blockages, or can even atrophy due to various factors. An unhealthy diet, high in unhealthy fats, sugar, and cholesterol, a sedentary lifestyle, chronic stress, accumulated toxins. When capillaries become blocked, the cells in that area don't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, and waste products aren't effectively removed. This is the deep-seated origin of numerous health problems, from minor issues like numbness in limbs or pale skin to serious diseases like cardiovascular disease, stroke, diabetes, and impaired organ function. Therefore, Nishi stressed that if you want to be healthy and cleanse the body's river, The first and most crucial step is to restore and renew the capillaries, enhancing their circulation and elasticity. How do we achieve that? The answer lies in the natural methods we're about to explore. Nature is always in motion. Life is movement. Where there is no movement, there is no true life. The philosopher Aristotle stated, "Life is in movement." Look at our bodies. When the spine doesn't move, it becomes stiff and degenerates. When the neck, shoulders, and upper back muscles are underused, they become tight and tense, obstructing blood flow to the brain and causing pain. When our hands and feet don't move enough, blood struggles to reach them, leaving them cold and lacking vitality. Yet modern life increasingly pushes us into the abyss of immobility. We sit for hours at desks, in front of screens, scrolling on phones, commuting in vehicles. We become progressively lazier about moving our bodies and inadvertently sow the seeds of illness. The Nishi Method calls on us to break free from this stagnation, to compel the capillaries to contract through appropriate movement. The goal isn't high-intensity exercise to the point of exhaustion, but rather to naturally stimulate blood circulation and regenerate vitality in those areas that have fallen asleep. Here are some core exercises from the Nishi system. 1. Running in place or brisk walking. A straightforward yet effective exercise. How to do it. Stand tall and run gently on the spot. The key isn't speed or distance, but rhythmically lifting your feet off the ground, keeping your entire body relaxed, and maintaining a comfortable state of mind. Feel the vibration spreading throughout your body. This vibration wakes up the capillaries, forcing them to contract and pump blood. Benefits: your body will gradually warm up, and waste products are burned and eliminated through sweat. This process also trains your respiratory system, efficiently delivering oxygen to the blood. The heart gets a gentle workout. Important note: focus entirely on running and feel your breath, feet, and whole body. Don't try to multitask by listening to music or watching something. Turn it into a running meditation. Start with short durations and gradually increase. Afterwards, lie flat on your back on a firm surface. Elevate your legs slightly higher than your heart. Use a pillow or rest them against a wall, and spread your arms and legs wide to relax, allowing blood to return to the heart quickly. 2. Exercise for the heart and leg capillaries. The goldfish exercise. Imagining the visual aid from the original video. How to do it. Lie flat on your back on a firm surface. Raise both arms and legs straight towards the ceiling, perpendicular to the floor. Keep this position. Gently shake or vibrate your hands and feet for about 1 to 3 minutes. Imagine a goldfish wiggling its body in the water. Purpose: this exercise powerfully targets the capillaries in the limbs, the areas furthest from the heart. The vibrating motion enhances blood flow in the extremities, reduces the workload on the heart, and improves overall circulation. It's particularly beneficial for those who often experience cold hands and feet, numbness, or venous issues. Spinal exercises. The spine is often called the axis of life, housing the spinal cord and crucial nerves that control the entire body's functions. The blood vessels nourishing the spine also need good circulation. Crucial note: Nishi greatly emphasized sleeping on a flat, firm bed, a mat on the floor, or a thin, firm mattress. Soft beds, sagging mattresses, or curved recliners force the spine into unnatural positions, compressing vertebrae and obstructing blood vessels and nerves, leading to numerous health problems. Allow your spine to lie naturally straight during sleep. 1. Specific exercises. Imagining the 4 exercises shown visually. The Nishi system includes side-to-side spinal undulation, twisting, bending. The common goal is to increase spinal flexibility, relieve compression between vertebrae, and stimulate blood and cerebrospinal fluid flow. Here's a simple example. Spinal twist. Lie on your back, bend your knees, and place your feet flat on the floor near your buttocks. Extend your arms out to the sides. Keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Slowly lower both knees towards the right side until they almost touch the floor, simultaneously turning your head to the left. Hold for a few seconds. Return to the center and switch sides. Knees to the left, head to the right. Repeat several times. This helps relax and mobilize the lower back. 4. Exercise for physical and mental balance. Palms and soles together exercise. How to do it? Lie flat on your back on a firm surface. Bring the soles of your feet together, pulling your heels as close to your body as comfortable, allowing your knees to fall out to the sides. Simultaneously, bring the palms of your hands together and rest them on your chest or abdomen. Close your eyes. Relax completely. Breathe deeply and evenly. Hold this posture for about 10 to 15 minutes daily. Purpose: this posture helps harmonize the body's energy, balance the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic, and induces deep relaxation, both physically and mentally. It also benefits the pelvic region and internal organs. These movements are similar to yoga poses that have proven effective over millennia. The power of belief. A crucial element when performing these exercises is believing they will bring positive results. A positive belief sends beneficial signals to your body, supporting healing. Instead of mindlessly scrolling on your phone, dedicate a small amount of time each day to these simple practices. It's a worthy investment in your health. You are what you eat. This saying holds profound truth. Food provides the raw materials that build every single cell in our bodies. Nishi, like many natural health pioneers, placed immense importance on nutrition. However, he challenged a widespread belief, especially prevalent in some cultures during recovery. When sick, you need to eat lots of nutritious food, especially animal protein, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, rich stews, and fatty dishes to regain strength quickly. Nishi grew up in a family that revered this decadent eating, but he soon realized that these foods, considered nourishing by popular opinion, were alarming his frail body. This perspective aligns remarkably well with modern scientific research. For instance, the extensive, decades-long research by Dr. T. Colin Campbell, presented in his landmark book, The China Study, provided compelling evidence linking high consumption of animal protein and animal products to increased rates of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and various cancers. So according to Nishi, what should we eat to cleanse the river of blood and build a strong, healthy body? The answer lies in whole foods. Predominantly plant-based foods kept in their most complete natural state. These are foods imbued with the earth's energy, water, fire, sunlight, and air, the energy of life itself. They include vegetables of all kinds, abundant sources of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. Fresh fruits, providing natural sugars, vitamins, minerals, and water. Whole grains, brown rice, whole oats, barley, and millet, offering complex carbohydrates, fiber, B vitamins, and minerals. Nuts and seeds, cashews, almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Rich in healthy fats, protein, fiber, and minerals. Legumes, beans, and lentils. Green beans, red beans, black beans, lentils, and chickpeas are excellent sources of plant-based protein, fiber, and vital micronutrients. The core principles are: 1. Wholeness. Food should be kept in its most intact state possible, unrefined or minimally processed. Example: rice. The white rice commonly eaten today is often heavily milled and polished, stripping away the bran and germ, where most of the vitamins, minerals, and fiber reside. Such refined white rice is almost a dead food, lacking significant nutritional value and potentially harmful if consumed excessively, causing rapid blood sugar spikes. Nishi recommended using brown rice with the bran intact or minimally processed rice, unpolished and free from artificial flavorings. Similar principle for bread. White bread made from refined flour has lost most of its bran, minerals, and vitamins. Opt for bread made from whole wheat or other whole grain flour. Sugar. Refined sugar, white sugar, refined brown sugar, and products loaded with it, candies, sodas, sugary drinks, bottled sauces, are considered poison for the body. They cause blood sugar surges, inflammation, and obesity, and are a preferred fuel source for cancer cells. Get natural sweetness from whole fruits and some vegetables like beets and carrots. 2. Naturalness and seasonality, i.e., eating vegetables and fruits that are in season and grown locally where you live. Nature shows that nature orchestrates so that these foods contain the most suitable nutrients for that region's climate and human bodies at that specific time. Eating out-of-season produce or foods imported from vastly different climates goes against the natural order. After harvesting, eat foods as soon as possible to retain maximum nutrients and vital energy. Specific foods beneficial for blood vessels. Vegetable juices. Freshly juiced carrots and beets are excellent for blood building and increasing red blood cell count. Juice them separately or combine them. Garlic tincture. The original video likely mentioned a recipe: peeled, sliced, crushed garlic, steeped in good quality clear spirits in a glass jar for about 10 days in a cool place. Take 1 to 2 spoonfuls daily. Garlic tincture is believed to help cleanse plaque and toxins from vessel walls. Green or red fruits and vegetables. Apples, apricots, plums, berries, pomegranates, spinach, and broccoli are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that protect blood vessels. Citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and tangerines are rich in vitamin C and bioflavonoids, strengthening vessel walls. Eat them daily or drink warm lemon water, unsweetened, in the morning. Legumes, cabbage, cauliflower, beets, carrots, cucumbers, green beans, and tomatoes help keep blood vessels supple and elastic. Foods from the sea. While Nishi advised reducing land animal protein, he encouraged incorporating foods from the sea like fish, especially small fish eaten whole, oysters, clams, and mussels. Choose safe, uncontaminated sources. He particularly valued natural sea salt, unrefined, provides a full spectrum of essential trace minerals. Unlike refined table salt, iodized salt, which is almost pure sodium chloride and can be harmful in excess while lacking other minerals. Natural rock salts like Himalayan pink salt are also good options. Sea vegetables, seaweed. Nishi called seaweed the best food on the planet, acting as both food and medicine, capable of combating numerous ailments. Seaweed is rich in protein, often more than beef, but contains no cholesterol. It's loaded with minerals vital for blood and nervous system stability: magnesium, potassium, zinc, iron, and calcium. Rich in iodine, good for thyroid and endocrine health, and potent antioxidants. It's also a valuable source of vitamin B12 for those on plant-based diets. Worried about protein deficiency? Many people fear that eating primarily plants will lead to protein deficiency. However, research by Dr. Campbell and many others shows that plants can provide abundant, high-quality protein, e.g., seaweed, legumes, especially soybeans and natural products like tofu and tempeh. Furthermore, plant amino acids allow the body to efficiently synthesize new proteins, and new protein is always the best protein. 5. Suggested dietary ratio. Nishi proposed a reference ratio, 50 to 60% whole grains, mainly brown rice or minimally processed rice. 20 to 30% various vegetables and fruits. 5 to 10% seaweed can be eaten daily in moderation. The remainder can include legumes, nuts, seeds, and a small amount of fish or seafood if desired. 6. Crucial eating habits. Chew thoroughly. This is extremely important, yet often overlooked. Nishi recommended chewing at least 50 times per mouthful or even more. Why? Thorough chewing breaks food down completely and mixes it well with saliva. Saliva is slightly alkaline and contains the enzyme amylase, beginning starch digestion right in the mouth. Chewing well reduces the burden on the stomach, maximizes nutrient absorption, and minimizes waste. Conversely, eating hastily and swallowing large chunks overwhelms the digestive system, leading to indigestion, bloating, poor nutrient uptake, and toxin buildup. As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh taught, eat your meal in mindfulness. Don't drink fluids during meals. This is a widespread habit, drinking soup with rice, sipping drinks while eating. Nishi considered this extremely harmful if done regularly. The reason is that liquids consumed during meals dilute stomach acid and digestive enzymes, including saliva. Food doesn't get digested. Instead, it adequately ferments or puts in the stomach and intestines, creating toxins that get absorbed into the bloodstream and circulate throughout the body. Drink water 15 to 30 minutes before meals and 1 to 2 hours after meals. If your meal feels too dry, take only a tiny sip of soup or water. Intermittent fasting. IF. While Nishi didn't use this modern term, he advised allowing rest periods for the digestive system. You can practice the 16-8 method, eating within an 8-hour window and fasting for 16 hours, e.g., skipping breakfast or dinner. This gives the body time for cellular cleanup, autophagy, repair, and fat burning. Eat just enough. Aim to fill your stomach only about 2/3 full. Stop eating when you feel satisfied, but not overly stuffed. Overeating places immense stress on the digestive system and makes the body sluggish. Water is about 70% of our body and is involved in every life process. Nishi highly valued the role of water, both internally, drinking, and externally, application. 1. Drink sufficient water. Nishi suggested drinking around 3 liters, about 10 to 12 glasses daily. This amount can vary based on individual needs, activity level, and climate, but the core idea is adequate hydration. As discussed before, drink it between meals, not during meals. Drinking a glass of warm water right after waking up is an excellent habit to awaken the body and digestive system. Listen to your body. Thirst is actually a sign that you're already dehydrated. Make a habit of sipping water regularly throughout the day. Choose clean filtered water, natural mineral water, or unsweetened herbal teas. 2. External water applications via skin. The skin is the body's largest organ of elimination. Stimulating it correctly enhances blood circulation and toxin removal. Nishi recommended these water therapies. Sea bathing. Seawater contains beneficial minerals. Bathing in the sea at a suitable temperature, around 20 to 27 degrees Celsius or 68 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, for 15 to 20 minutes helps increase blood flow to the lungs, enriching the blood with oxygen. Very good for those with weak circulation, anemia, poor respiration, or headaches. Note: people with high blood pressure should avoid swimming or prolonged immersion in the sea. They can use the method below. Contrast bathing, hot-cold alternation. This potent therapy for training capillaries, regulating blood pressure, and balancing the nervous system. The principle: cold water causes capillaries to constrict, hot water causes them to dilate. This alternating constriction and dilation acts like exercise for billions of capillaries, making them more elastic and robust, powerfully boosting circulation and flushing toxins through the skin. Caution: soaking in hot water for too long can cause dehydration and mineral loss. Staying in cold water too long can cause nervous tension. Therefore, the alternation needs to be done for short durations. How to do it? You can use a bathtub or a shower. Start by acclimating your body to normal temperature water. Alternate: 1 minute of cold water, around 14 to 18 degrees Celsius or 57 to 64 Fahrenheit, or as cold as you can comfortably tolerate. Followed immediately by 1 minute of warm hot water, around 40 to 43 Celsius or 104 to 110 Fahrenheit, or a comfortably warm temperature. Repeat this cycle at least 11 times, totaling about 22 minutes. Crucial: always start with cold water and end with cold water. If using a shower, move the shower head all over your body during each phase. Benefits: markedly improves blood circulation, strengthens the immune system, reduces inflammation, alleviates muscle soreness, improves mood, and gives the skin a healthy glow. It might feel challenging with the cold water initially, but persevere. Your body will adapt and you'll experience its excellent benefits. Life on Earth would not exist without the sun. It provides not only light and warmth, but also a vital life energy. Inventor Thomas Edison once predicted, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease." Sunlight is one of nature's most precious medicines. Benefits of sunlight. Vitamin D. Sunlight enables our skin to synthesize vitamin D, a crucial nutrient for calcium absorption, strong bones, immune function, mood regulation, and other bodily processes. Vitamin D deficiency is linked to numerous health issues, from rickets and osteoporosis to autoimmune diseases, heart problems, and even cancer. Improve circulation. In sunlight, the body warms up, metabolism increases, blood sugar tends to decrease, red blood cell count may rise, and blood circulation improves. Enhanced energy and mood. Sunlight helps regulate the production of serotonin, the happy hormone, and melatonin, the sleep hormone, allowing us to feel cheerful and energized during the day and sleep better at night. Natural disinfectant. Sunlight has properties that can kill certain bacteria and viruses on the skin. The modern dilemma. Modern humans have become increasingly sunphobic. We work all day indoors, cover ourselves head to toe when outside, and slather on thick layers of sunscreen, fearing dark skin, sunspots, and aging. This inadvertently deprives our bodies of the vital energy from the sun. Nishi's advice: make time for direct sun exposure sensibly. Best times: before 10 a.m. and after 4 p.m. During these times, the intensity of ultraviolet (UV) rays is lower, making it safer for the skin while allowing for vitamin D synthesis and energy absorption. How to do it? Allow your skin to be directly exposed to the sun. Wear short-sleeved shorts. Start with short durations, 5 to 10 minutes, and gradually increase 15 to 30 minutes. You don't need to sunbathe until your skin turns red. Sun gazing, eyes. Nishi also mentioned that receiving solar energy through the eyes could heal eye conditions. Extremely important note: do not look directly at the sun, especially midday, as it can cause permanent retinal damage. The practice involves gently directing your gaze towards the sun, perhaps with eyes lightly closed or squinted, only during the first few moments of sunrise or the last few moments of sunset, when the light is very soft and diffused. Cherish this free and healing energy source. Aim for robust health and inner radiance, instead of striving for a fragile, sun-deprived beauty standard. We can survive weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without air. Air, specifically oxygen, is essential for life. Nishi estimated that over 90% of our body's energy is generated through oxygen intake. The importance of oxygen. Oxygen travels via the bloodstream to every cell, participating in burning food to create energy, ATP, for all life activities. Consequences of oxygen deficiency. Fatigue and lethargy, the first and most common sign. Increased blood acidity. When oxygen is scarce, the body switches to anaerobic metabolism, producing more lactic acid and other toxic byproducts. Carbon dioxide, CO2, which isn't efficiently eliminated, is combined with water to form carbonic acid. Accumulation can contribute to problems like kidney stones, joint diseases, and hardening of the arteries, creating an environment for disease, especially cancer. Nobel laureate Dr. Otto Warburg discovered that cancer cells thrive in low-oxygen anaerobic environments. Supplying cells with ample oxygen is one effective way to help prevent cancer. Weakened immune system, metabolism, nutrient assimilation, and blood purification require oxygen. Lack of oxygen slows these processes, leading to dirty blood, toxin buildup, a weakened immune system, and increased susceptibility to illness. Causes of oxygen deficiency. Polluted living environments, stagnant air, lack of greenery. Sedentary lifestyles where lungs aren't used to full capacity. The habit of shallow breathing and incorrect breathing patterns. Solutions. Create a healthy living environment. Actively grow plants indoors and at your workplace. Regularly open windows for air circulation. Spend time outdoors in fresh air environments like parks, beaches, or forests. Learn proper breathing, deep abdominal breathing. Most of us breathe shallowly, using only the upper part of our chests and a fraction of our lung capacity. Proper breathing involves breathing deeply down into the abdomen. Diaphragmatic breathing. Indian yogis have studied and practiced breathing techniques, pranayama, for thousands of years. Nishi also emphasized its importance. How to practice basic deep breathing. 1. Sit up straight or stand tall, relaxing your shoulders. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly to feel the movement. 2. Inhale slowly through your nose. Feel your belly expand first as the diaphragm moves down, drawing air into the lower lungs. Then feel your chest rise, filling the middle and upper lungs. Inhale deeply until your lungs feel comfortably full. Take a final small sip of air by lifting your chest and shoulders slightly. 3. Hold your breath, kumbhaka. Retain the breath for a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds or longer as comfortable. This is when maximum oxygen exchange occurs. 4. Exhale slowly through your nose or mouth. Relax your shoulders and chest, then gently draw your belly button towards your spine to expel all the air. Try to exhale longer than you inhale. 5. Repeat this cycle 5 to 10 times and practice several times throughout the day, especially when feeling stressed or tired. Variation. On the exhale, you can purse your lips as if whistling and exhale forcefully in short, sharp bursts to completely clear the lungs. Let your skin breathe. The skin exchanges gas with the environment. Therefore, avoid wearing overly tight clothing made from synthetic, non-breathable materials. Limit the use of cosmetics that clog pores. Allow your skin to be exposed directly to fresh air. Example, at home while bathing. We've journeyed through methods targeting the physical body, movement, nutrition, water, sunlight, and air. But Nishi, like all great masters of health and spirituality, affirmed that the body and mind are inseparable. They are two aspects of one unified whole. As Dr. Deepak Chopra wrote, Only when we care for both can we achieve complete wellness. You could eat the healthiest diet and exercise diligently. Still, if your mind is constantly filled with fear, anxiety, anger, or resentment, the healing process will be severely hindered. These negative emotions trigger stress hormones like cortisol, constrict blood vessels, disrupt digestion, weaken the immune system, and create an internal environment unfavorable to health. Therefore, cleansing the river of blood must go hand in hand with cleansing the river of the mind. Nishi proposed these approaches to cultivate a healthy spirit, powerfully supporting physical healing. Basing and transforming fear. We often view illness negatively, as punishment, bad karma, or the end of the road. This breeds fear. Fear of pain, disability, becoming a burden, fear of death. This fear acts like an invisible specter, engulfing the mind, draining energy, and worsening the illness. Nishi argued that most fears are not real. They are negative imaginings conjured by the mind to frighten itself. We fear our children getting sick, our partners being unfaithful, losing our jobs, others laughing at us, and above all, we fear death. The solution isn't to avoid or suppress fear, but to courageously face it. Observe the fear within you. Where does it come from? Is it based on reality? What's the absolute worst that could happen? Nishi himself, when facing his youthful death sentence, experienced profound fear and panic. He bravely imagined his own passing, the potential pain, the suffering of loved ones. By allowing himself to live through that fear, even in his imagination, the fear lost its power over him. It was released from his mind, making way for the strength and determination to fight his illness. So whatever shadow of fear lurks within you, bring it into the light and look it straight in the eye. You'll often find it's not as terrifying as you imagined, and you'll reclaim the power to address the real issue. As the philosopher Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. 2. Cultivating a positive flow. Positive self-suggestion affirmations. Nishi likened life to a great river with two opposing currents, one leading to health, happiness, and creativity, the other leading to illness, decay, and misfortune. This flow is created by our very own thoughts and emotions. We constantly create our lives, health, or illnesses with our thoughts. We are sick because our thoughts are sick. Observe the negative voices that often echo in your head. I'm so weak. This illness is probably incurable. I'm old. Getting sick is normal. I'm afraid I might get cancer. These are forms of negative self-suggestion, like slow-acting poison seeping into your body and spirit. You need to identify and eliminate these toxic thoughts. Instead, consciously plant positive seeds in your mind using daily affirmations. Tell yourself, silently or aloud, I feel strong, healthy, and full of vitality. My blood flows smoothly through healthy, clean vessels. Every cell in my body is renewing and rejuvenating. I am worthy of healing through the natural power of the universe. I am filled with the creative and loving energy of the universe. Positive affirmations aren't magic spells with instant results, but they help you gradually build a positive state of consciousness. Relax, release stress, and strengthen your belief in your body's healing abilities. As the Buddha taught, mind precedes all phenomena. Mind is their chief. They are mind-wrought. 3. Living in the present. Mindfulness. The past is gone. The future hasn't arrived. Real life only happens in this present moment. Yet our minds constantly wander, regretting the past or worrying about the future. New health and a new life cannot begin by constantly dwelling on past mistakes or illnesses, or being anxious about things that haven't happened. The present moment is the only foundation upon which to build the future. Learn to anchor your mind in the here and now. When you eat, know that you are eating. When you walk, know that you are walking. When you breathe, know that you are breathing. Feel the sun on your skin, the cool breeze, the taste of your food, the sensation of your breath. Living fully in each moment is the most natural way to live, bringing peace to the mind and healing to the body. As Eckhart Tolle wrote in The Power of Now, the only way out of pain is through it, by fully accepting what is. 4. Nurturing forgiveness and compassion. Everyone faces hurts, injustices, and disappointments caused by others. These memories can leave scars, bitterness, and resentment simmering within. Holding on to these negative emotions is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only harms you, poisoning the river of your mind and body. Nishi advised practicing forgiveness, not necessarily because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Letting go of the burden of resentment is liberating yourself. Remember, no one is perfect. When loved ones make mistakes, perhaps they haven't learned how to love themselves properly. When colleagues misbehave, they may be under immense pressure. When children lie, possibly they fear your harshness. Instead of judging and blaming, try taking a step back and offering compassion. Understand that their actions often stem from their own suffering or ignorance. Genuine compassion resolves conflicts, heals wounds within you, and strengthens relationships. As the Dalai Lama says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. 5. Nurturing spiritual strength. Spiritual here doesn't necessarily mean tied to a specific religion. It refers to a deep connection with your inner nature, life, and the universe. The heart is considered the center of spiritual energy. To nurture spiritual strength, we need courage, to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Stillness, to spend time alone, meditate, or sit quietly to listen to the voice within, gaining clarity. Letting go, to learn to release attachments to external things, material desires, status, and turn inward to connect with the present abundance. Gratitude. Practice daily gratitude for your body, even with its issues, for your breath, for the people around you, and even for the difficulties that made you stronger. Gratitude is a powerful healing medicine. Immersion in nature, to spend time walking in parks, observing plants, listening to birdsong, touching the earth. Nature has an incredible ability to heal and recharge our energy. Nurtured spiritual strength provides inner peace, clarity, and resilient health, helping you gracefully navigate life's storms into your later years. Wow, we've covered much on this fascinating journey into the world of the Nishi Method and the book Cleansing the Arteries and Blood. From understanding illness differently, recognizing the vital role of our body's river, to exploring concrete methods for cleansing and restoring through movement, nutrition, water, sunlight, air, and finally, the immense healing power of the mind. As you can see, these methods are fundamentally simple, accessible, and entirely aligned with nature. They don't require expensive equipment or complicated procedures. They rely on restoring inherent balance, awakening the miraculous self-healing capacity gifted to each of us by creation. However, the key to success lies not in complexity, but in persistent, daily practice and a strong, unwavering belief in the power of nature and your inner potential. And there's one final, essential element Nishi emphasized: satisfaction. Whatever you do, whether eating a healthy meal, exercising, or interacting with others and yourself, do it with a sense of joy, contentment, and gratitude, not with force, stress, or doubt. This very satisfaction most powerfully activates the body's natural healing mechanisms. Don't rush or pressure yourself to change everything overnight. Start with small steps. Please choose 1 or 2 methods that resonate most with you and practice them consistently. Don't worry too much about whether you can or cannot do it. Just do it without overthinking, Nishi advised. Listen to your body, adjust as needed, and trust that good things will come. The journey back to health is a meaningful journey of self-discovery. My deepest wish for all of you is that you will soon cleanse your own inner river, achieve resilient health, cultivate a strong spirit, and live a truly whole and happy life. Thank you for tuning in and staying with BookSmart Insights through this deep dive today. If you found this information helpful and valuable, please show some love by hitting that like button. It helps support the channel. And if you have any thoughts, feelings, or questions, please share them in the comments section below. I genuinely love hearing from you and engaging in conversation. Most importantly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos exploring wisdom from great books to help you grow. Your subscription is a huge source of motivation for me to keep creating quality content. Finally, if you know someone who might benefit from this information, perhaps someone struggling with their health or looking for natural solutions, please share this video with them. Spreading knowledge is how we collectively build a healthier, happier community. Thanks again for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the following video from BookSmart Insights.